welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media and the world today. I'm your host Genevieve, and we've got some fun topics to cover, so let's get started. First up, let's talk about what's been in our hearts and minds the last couple of weeks, the Winter Olympics. The Olympics went great, but you'd only be able to tell from TikTok, not the actual ratings. NBC Universal aggressively promoted the event across many TikTok accounts, using more than 250 short videos like Shaun White doing ASMR. And don't think they're just posting the videos with no voiceover. They're doing whatever they can to reach a younger audience. I highly recommend you take the time to look through some of these hilarious posts. Many Americans have had to be convinced to watch the Winter Olympics, as the public has been drifting away for years. But the marketing blitz that took place over the last few weeks spent tens of millions of dollars to get things moving in the right direction. So let's talk about Gen Z, as they're a key component of the NBCU executive strategy. TikTok was obviously a no-brainer, as nearly 1/3 of teens say TikTok is their favorite social media platform. Gen Z doesn't want to sit down for 3 or 4 hours to watch a sporting event, but they may be more enticed if they're able to engage with it in a different way. Other than TikTok, the Winter Olympics were available on Peacock streaming, and as of last week, we're on track to be the most streamed Winter Games ever. But don't forget that the actual viewership of the Olympic Games was expected to be the lowest in history. So obviously NBCU is looking to push out any metrics that will distract from that fact. As we can see, a major brand challenge is dealing with the multiple access options, as opposed to the one option we used to have. So my advice to you is to figure out where your audience is and try to meet them there, whether that's on traditional TV, streaming, or yes, even TikTok. Next up, let's go back to the basics and discuss a classic social media content calendar. I will warn you, this content won't work for everyone, but it is a good baseline to measure variety. For business owners and bloggers, there are several types of posts that could work best for your brand. They can be inspirational quotes that encourage followers to live their best life, blog posts that show them your value, challenges to keep them engaged, case studies to make them think, or videos when they don't feel like reading anymore. Along with these 5 types of posts, you can give followers quick tips, tutorials, and free webinars. Ask questions and answer questions. You can even give them behind-the-scenes content of what you've been doing and working on recently. This is all to say, these are not the keys for every single business's success, but it is a jumping off point if you're just getting started. So take some of these ideas, test and iterate, and see what you can make work for your business. One thing to always remember is pay attention to the content your followers want to see, and then give it to them. Now let's discuss Instagram's new overviews of the key ranking factors for feed posts, stories, and reels. We've discussed their in-depth overview of the various elements, but they've also published some quick overviews of each factor so you can keep track of them while building your strategy. When it comes to the reach of Instagram feed posts and stories, you need to keep in mind 4 things. 1. Information about the post. This is to determine both how popular a post is using likes and other information like when it was posted, how long of a video it is, and what location was attached to it. 2. Information about the person who posted. This basically is to see how interesting the person may be to you and includes signals of interactions within the last few weeks. 3. Your own activity. Instagram tries to figure out what you're most interested in and how many posts you've liked. 4. Your history of interacting with someone. This shows how interested you are in seeing someone else's posts, if you like, comment, etc. As for Reels, there's a different algorithm that is highly attuned to users' interests. The key factors are the same, but they're ranked differently. The most important is your activity, which Reels you've liked, commented on, or saved. Second, your history of interacting with the person who posted. Have you liked their content before without even knowing? Third, the information about the Reel. This could be the audio track, video content, or popularity. And fourth, information about the person who posted. Instagram uses popularity to find the content you may want to see, and also help creators find their audience. So just remember that not all ranking factors are created equal, but keeping this information handy could make organic posting less of a struggle. Last up, let's talk Twitter and a potential new feature that could make a world of difference. Twitter is working on developing a Leave This Conversation button that can help mitigate the headaches of posting one comment that snowballs into an entire conversation and may keep you from enjoying your daily life. It's okay if you just wanted to post your feelings and move on. I can promise that you're not alone. So if you decide to use this button, Twitter will untag your username from the thread and will turn your @mentions into regular conversations, preventing you from getting more notifications from @ILoveCats32, who really disagrees with your stance on this particular topic. And the best part is, by doing this, they can't bring you back into the thread, so you can live your life in ignorant bliss. There's no way of knowing when this feature will be launched, but let's just say we're looking forward to it. That's all for this week's Market Share. My name's Genevieve, and I'll see you all next week. I'm very caffeinated today. I went like this, and then I was like, no. 1/3 of the teens.
He's got his arms crossed. You're doing great, Jen.
Thank you.
Two of all people.